The United Nations is calling for an end to senseless loss of life in Iraq after days of anti-government protests claimed almost 100 lives. Iraqis have been demonstrating against corruption and high unemployment, with security forces accused of using live ammunition against them.
It's mainly young men on the streets. At times, the Iraqi security forces have answered their protests with live bullets. That's why so many have been killed. Deadly force can only increase the anger of the demonstrators. The clashes have prompted the UN in Iraq to demand an end to what it calls a senseless loss of life. Security forces have been deployed by the Prime Minister, who's also appealed for calm. If the security situation worsens, he warns the risk is the destruction of the state. These protests haven't come out of nowhere. Their roots lie in the terrible damage inflicted on Iraq and its people by decades of war, and the failure of politicians to unite and rebuild a fragile country. A big force driving them to demonstrate is unemployment. Even those with jobs are struggling. Almost a quarter of the population lives on less than $2 a day, according to the World Bank. This man says he has a master's degree, but the government wouldn't even hire him, he says, as a street sweeper. All these young people, he complained, are treated unfairly. Frustration feeds their anger. Iraq has the world's fourth biggest oil reserves. It should be rich, but it's also one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Another generation has grown up in a state that can't offer them much more than a very hard life. These demonstrations are born of desperation.